Chapter 17. The Peaceful Passage. Fray Preafico described Monti in his later years. Physically, the servant of God had this distinctive feature of healthy. His nose was slightly prominent. He had thick eyebrows with little brown eyes whose eyelids showed clearly the marks of suffering. He had a broad forehead. He had the calm look in his eyes of someone who has been through many trials and has no suffering. He always walked at the same pace, slow but light, a little bent. In later years, and his general appearance revealed the interior composure of his spirits. A red color of his face betrayed his spirit, fervent temperament. A servant so profoundly dominated by virtue that one never saw him lose his composure. Purity was a feature of his soul, a feature that he had kept under the firm and decisive domination of his willpower, in complete response to divine grace. The same year, he had taken part in the Jubilee celebration. He opened his house to pilgrims. This meant a great sacrifice for him for many months, putting up the pilgrims, helping and serving them. It also meant many sacrifices for the Institute, an enormous disruption for his religious. All this effort also took a toll on his health, but Monti used every illness and every trial as a means of freeing himself for human attainment. Monti concentrated in preparing himself for the final moment so that he would not be caught unawares. He had written to dear Stanislao in 1892, mentioning the rheumatic pains he was suffering after having been so in siege. After helping with the harvest at Saronno. In fact, Monti did eventually retreat into solitude whenever he could. He go into his tiny room. And pray for a good death for himself and for all his sons. One evening in 1882, in the chapel at Saronno, he had heard a voice speaking to his heart. It said, "Pray, brave Francis, who is about to die and who is in danger of the mansion, pray, pray." Fray Monti said out loud immediately, "Let's us pray for a soul about to die, who is in danger of the mansion. Pray, pray." The friars looked at him and said, "The superior general has gone mad." A few days later, arrived from the parish priest saying that the foreman, Bro Francis, had died, having received the sacraments. In 1896, everyone at Piazza Mattei was struck down by a kind of epidemic, turning for the house into a hospital. We continue in another audio.